I need to go to hospital. I am in excruciating pain. They said you're pregnant. I'm like, yes. Where is it?
Hey mama, welcome to the Whole Mama Show. I'm your host, Aisha O'Reilly, and we're revealing the untold stories of motherhood. So we all know that the first trimester of any pregnancy is a really delicate time. It's the time when the most complication and even the possibility of miscarriage is the highest. But what happens when your egg is fertilized outside of your womb? So before we get into it, I really want to thank each and every one of you who watched and listened to the previous episodes. I read every single review and comment and share on social media. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. While you're here, just drop a quick comment. Let me know whether you're a mom of 1 or 2 or an auntie of 3. Let me know in the comments below. So an ectopic pregnancy or an extrauterine pregnancy is when the fertilized egg develops outside of the womb. It is a critical condition that requires urgent care because it could lead to damage of the organs or even life-threatening blood loss. You're not the only mama who's had an ectopic pregnancy. My guest today is Rachel Wakesho, an entrepreneur, a wife, a businesswoman, and a mama to a beautiful baby girl. But her journey into first-time motherhood wasn't that straightforward. This is her story. Toddler moms and aunties, let me quickly chat to you about a toy that's been helping my toddlers develop their social skills. The Lego Duplo sets have been a favorite in my home because they're so interactive. So the Lego Duplo brick is double the size of a standard Lego brick, which makes it easier for toddlers' little hands to handle. It also means it's big enough for toddlers age 1.5 upwards to play with safely. This Lego Duplo set is called My First Organic Garden and was designed to encourage toddlers to be collaborative and communicative. Catch my other episodes for more essential skills that Lego Duplo helps to build. You can get your toddler their Lego Duplo sets from all retailers and any Lego certified store. With Lego Duplo, your child can learn how to socialize in an interactive and imaginative way. Enjoy the episode. Firstly, let me just say thank you so much for joining me on my pink couch, on the Whole Mama Show couch. So can you just start by sharing with my listeners and my viewers who you are, what do you do, and who calls you mama?
Okay. First of all, I'm feeling this pink couch. Okay, so my name is Rachel. Yes, I am a wife. I am a mother. I am a creative, so I dabbled in content creation. I am also a businesswoman. I have an interior design foamwear situation company called Zuva Designs. And finally, I host a space called the Mama Happy Hour, just a space for moms to just share and, have real conversations like sort of what we're having. And I have one daughter. She's called Zuri. She is the one who calls me mama. She's 3.5 years old. Very talkative age. Very testing age. This toddler phase. It's something. But I'm loving every moment of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please do check out Rachel's podcast, The Mama Happy Hour. Because I am a guest on one of her episodes this season. Yeah. So I'm also excited about sharing that. Can you share a little bit of how did you become a mom?
Well, that was by accident, but let's just...
Oh, really?
Yes.
Share it anyways.
So we just got married, I think 2017. Okay. We signed. We did not have our official wedding. We were planning for the wedding in 2018.
Yeah.
So the whole stress of planning, who's going to be here, I think I was not taking my current contraceptive well. And I ended up falling pregnant beginning of Jan 2018.
Okay.
It did not seem like a pregnancy because I actually was spotting. So I assumed, it was my period, and it was actually around my period. So I was like, this is probably a period. Ignored it for like 2-3 days. Then I started having pains.
Yeah.
So I used to have very, very bad cramps. For the people who've had them, like the rolling on the ground, having to go to hospital to actually get some medication if my parents are around. Because I was in boarding school, it was so bad I couldn't do prep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had to drink my medication and sleep. So that hadn't happened in a long time because I was given contraceptives to manage the pain. So I assumed that it was the cramps. They're back again.
Yeah.
Now I was busy telling my husband, I'm like, these cramps, I've not had them in a long time. He's actually never even seen me having cramps. It's like, what cramps, I was like, you know what? I'll do the usual, take my Panado, painkillers, hydrate. I went to work. But at around 3 p.m., I started feeling off, like more off. So I said, maybe these cramps need something stronger, which I do not have.
I was going to ask, when you said that you took your Panado, I was thinking, does that help with such serious cramps?
It had been such a long time. So I didn't even have my Nurofen. I didn't have anything for cramps.
Right.
It never happened to me. So I was like, this is so unusual. So I guess I'll just have to take more Panados to sustain me until I actually go to Discam or somewhere to get proper medication.
Yeah.
So, but by 4 p.m., I was like not feeling well, nauseous, doing the whole works. I'm like, okay, fine, it's come. It's definitely the symptoms of those cramps, but it just felt different.
Yeah.
So I called my husband at 3:30. I'm like, you have to come pick me up. I'm not feeling well. So he got me all these medications, right? So I took the stronger painkillers. I slept. But at around 8 p.m. again, I woke up. Now in excruciating pain, because I'm used to bearing the pain of the cramps.
Yeah.
And I know this is my pain tolerance of it. And I know after this point, it'll go down. But it was not going down. It kept going higher and higher. So I was in pain from 8 p.m. to around midnight.
Okay.
Couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Tried everything.
Even though you had taken all of the painkillers,
Everything.
all of that, nothing was helping.
Nothing was helping at this point. So I woke my husband up and I said, I need to go to hospital.
Yeah.
He's like, what's happening? I'm like, I am in excruciating pain. I never felt this before. Anyway, go to the hospital. I'm explaining. I'm like, I think I'm having cramps. They did blood tests. They're like, this looks funny. The doctor who was there on call, like, you may be pregnant. I'm like, no. I'm like, he's like, yes. I'm like, no. And so I'm busy arguing with this guy. The guy's like, just take blood. Just take the blood. I can't take the blood because I'm actually saying, I'm sure I'm not pregnant, but it's fine. So he takes the blood.
Just very quickly, because I'm picturing you with this doctor and
I'm in pain. I'm like, actually, at this point, I'm like, I'm sure this guy is giving me the wrong diagnosis.
Yeah.
I need to get better. So he's like, first of all, let's deal with her pain.
Yeah.
Then maybe she's fighting me because actually she's in real pain. So they gave me something, the pain, and then he comes back. I'm like, I think you're pregnant. I'm like, no.
And you, at this point, you are sure you're not because
I'm bleeding.
Okay, got you.
Yes, yeah, I'm bleeding.
It wasn't because you knew that, you thought that you were taking your contraception, everything should be fine. This must be something else.
Yeah, then, we're women. Yeah, maybe taking a contraceptive, but something happened, then you're pregnant.
Yeah,
but if you're not bleeding, you can be like, actually, doctor, you may have a point. But I was bleeding, so I was sure, no, this guy actually doesn't know what he's saying.
Got you, yeah.
So he comes back 10 minutes later, he's like, you're pregnant. So me and my husband look at each other, we're like, what? He's like, but there's something wrong. So at that point, he's like, okay, I need to do more tests, but I need to replenish you. You seem low on something. Give me medication. He's like, first thing tomorrow morning, there's something off. I can't, because it was in the middle of the night. There was nothing open, no x-ray. There's nothing I can do right now. But you need to come first thing tomorrow morning. You need to go and do a sauna, like proper sauna. This guy, so he's finally like on my stomach. He's like, they said you're pregnant. I'm like, yes. Where is it? So at that point, I got really scared.
Yeah.
Because how are you asking me? And then he's like, there's something weird here. Right fallopian tube, was it left, looked like it has ruptured. So I'm like, he's like, anyway, I'm going to get you a gynae, because that guy was just a GP.
Yeah.
To explain these results, but he's like, I've never seen this before. Now that really scared me, because he was an old guy. So I'm like, he's probably been doing this for years, and he's like, he's never seen this before. So I go and wait into the waiting area. I'm waiting for this doctor. She comes and then she's like, got your results. We've never seen this, so we can't let you go home, because if something happens along the way, we are gonna be responsible, number one. So I need to get the gynae in. So the fact that they were bringing so many people in started scaring me. The fact that I can't go home, which is 5 minutes away, to get my own clothes, that was really scary to me. Like, my mom's not here. I've never been admitted, number one, ever. And now my mom's not even around. I can't call them, like, this is what's happening to me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't call home unless I actually understood what's going on.
Right.
So finally he came, he's like, so you're pregnant. But
is this a new doctor?
Yeah, now the gynae. The actual gynae, because now none of them know.
Right.
They're like, okay, so the results show you're pregnant.
Yeah.
But you may be experiencing a miscarriage. And then they're like, yeah, so that's unfortunately what may be happening. So we have to admit you and see. And then I'm like, but where is the pregnancy? They're like, we still don't know, because we are looking at the fallopian tube side, but we can't see anything. So maybe that's what maybe you did suffer a miscarriage after all that. So we have to check and just finalize with you. And the reason we can't let you go is you're actually having internal bleeding. I was shook. And then he said, so we'll just have to keep you in, keep after a few hours, because if you are having a miscarriage, your pregnancy hormones at HCG will be going down.
Right.
He tested about after 4 hours, it kept going up.
Okay.
So he's like, so he comes back even more, he's like, so you're still pregnant, but we can't see this pregnancy. I'm like, so what does that mean? He's like, so it means if your pregnancy is not in your fallopian, like if it's not in the uterus, it means that it's a danger. So you cannot keep it either way. Let's just get this part out of the way. And you may be having an ectopic pregnancy because it actually ruptured from your fallopian tube. You can see your fallopian tube has ruptured. So with that, we have to perform a laparoscopy. So I'm like, okay, the bleeding is still continuing. We can't keep you in this state forever.
Right.
So had the conversation with my husband, and he's like, we need to do it. I mean, your health comes first. So I signed off on everything, because he's like, we have to work with time, because we do not know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
I have to sign off on 2 surgeries, because they can't put me under and wake me up again.
Okay.
So I had to sign off on a laparoscopy and a laparotomy.
Can you explain what is the difference between the two?
So in layman terms, laparoscopy is when they actually just cut incisions on your fallopian tube or whichever area they want to deal with.
Right.
And go in with those pincers and just operate on a small level. So they don't have to cut you up.
Okay.
Which is better also for the healing process.
Yeah, it's not as invasive.
It's not. Okay. It's not. People who have cysts, they tend to get laparoscopy, because it's literally you're just removing one cyst and you're done. You don't have to go in.
Right.
Yeah, and do the whole healing process.
Right.
So I had to sign, and then the laparotomy is they actually have to open you up.
Okay.
Completely. You're almost having a C-section, but longer, because they don't know. So from this side of the fallopian tube to the other. Yeah, because if the C-section is just here, because they have, the main point is to take out the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to approve on those 2.
So you had to do 2 of them?
Yeah, so they started
at the same time?
Yes, they did start with the one.
Okay.
Because they said they want to start with the less invasive one to see if they can figure this out.
Okay, yeah.
So if they couldn't, they had to do the other one.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, it ended up with a laparoscopy. I remember waking up even before they removed the tube. You know when they put you under?
Yeah.
So I woke up in a sense of shock.
Yeah.
So he had to calm me down. BP was up. He's like, no, don't worry. Everything is fine. And so he came to me and said, you actually had an ectopic pregnancy that was growing on your fallopian tube. And with the pain I was feeling, the fallopian tube couldn't hold it anymore. So it ruptured. And it went and sat on my diaphragm.
Sure.
That's why they couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And that's what was causing the internal bleeding.
Okay.
The healing process was very painful. I remember saying that if this is how this whole birth pregnancy thing is, I got scared. The second thing is I've already ruptured one side that I know of. Will I be able to give birth again?
Right.
That was and will all my births be ectopic?
Yeah.
After 2 days, when I could actually walk, kind of 2 or 3 days, I got to the doctor's office, and then he sat me down. He's like, there are chances of this happening to you again, but we won't focus on that. Do you want to have kids?
So this was before, just to make sure that I understand the timelines, this was before you had Zuri.
Yes.
Okay, and this was your first pregnancy?
First pregnant.
Ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
So he's like, do you want to have kids? And then we looked at each other, we're like, yes, we do want to have kids. That is in our plan.
Right.
Then he's like, then you need to just focus on that. Do not, listen to other people who say that, okay, when this happens to you, you'll never get other kids. But he said, for the first 6 months, I have to put you on a contraceptive because you're healing.
Right.
You can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
Like during this time.
Yeah.
Your body hasn't healed from the trauma.
Yeah.
So he did put me on a contraceptive. I was taking pills. So I took them I was loyal to it because I knew I was still healing. I was still in pain. That was the physical aspect of it. Because I was in pain, I couldn't literally do anything for myself. I ended up at my mother-in-law's house. And then one day, my sister-in-law, young girl, I'm like, Nandi, tell me the truth. How do I look? And then she told me, you look like, she was young, Chim. It's like, you look like you were pregnant. You gave birth, but you have no baby. I've never forgotten that. I don't know why. It's sat here. So with the trauma that happened in the beginning of the year, my husband is like, let's continue with the wedding.
Right.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
That was, not everybody knew what happened to me.
Yes.
It was only my close family and obviously his family. And now everybody is asking, so when's the wedding? You guys are telling us. Because we did the traditional before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you signed.
And we signed.
Right.
So and everybody knew now the white wedding is coming.
Right, yeah.
So he's like, let us look forward to something beautiful and just focus on that chapter of our lives because that was the plan initially. Went forward with the wedding. We had our wedding in August. After that, because the pills also started giving me like weird side effects.
Yeah.
And I wanted to stop them.
Yeah.
So I was told about this natural cycle app.
I know what is happening.
Yeah. So like all you need to do is count your days. Like she said, she's been using it for years.
Yeah.
And pregnant. So I'm like, okay, girl. And it worked.
Yeah.
First month, I was like, okay. So I'm counting. I'm putting everything in. Second month, I'm like, yes. So that's August, September, October. It's telling me you're on your period. I'm like, nah, I'm not. I'm not in my period. Then I start checking the days. So now I keep quiet.
Yeah.
A week.
Yeah.
I'm quiet.
When you say you keep quiet, as if you didn't tell your husband.
Yeah, I didn't tell my husband.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I wanted to get pregnant.
Yes.
I was not looking for that.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, that came as a surprise.
Yeah.
We also had just gotten white wedding.
Yeah.
We were still wanting to.
So you're like newlywed.
Yeah. Now it's an official newlywed phase,
Yeah.
We're like, oh, guys, we just still, it's not like we didn't want to live we had plans.
Yeah.
We had booked Cape Town in November. So we had things that we wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it wasn't something like we're like, no, after the wedding, we're actively trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
No, we were not. And I love that my husband didn't put that pressure. We had the discussion. So we're like, we'll give it time.
Yeah. This, I'm curious, the decision for you to go the natural contraceptive way, was that something that you cleared with your doctor? Or you just went off the contraceptives that he had prescribed for you and you said, you know what, I'm not going to do this because of the side effects.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was 6 months. I told myself the 6 months I have to do.
Okay. Yes.
Because I do not want to risk
Right.
that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the 6 months finished, so this is August that I went off. So then I was exploring other options. I mean, even any other thing, the implant, but not the pill. Sometimes those contraceptives can give you
They can really mess you up.
Side effects.
Yeah.
And I was just not feeling myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I also saw that I did not, because now I jumped from the ectopic to now planning the wedding and stuff. I didn't give myself time to heal psychologically. I realized that because I really started freaking out when I got pregnant.
Yeah.
I finally took the test after the week.
Okay.
And I'm like, what if we're going back there and it's going to be the same thing and he's going to tell me the same thing? The first thing we needed to do was go back to the doctor.
Right.
So we went back and then I'm like, I think we're pregnant. He's like, okay, we need to check. So he checked the fallopian tube. There was nothing, at least. And then he checked the uterus. There was nothing. Couldn't see anything.
Wow.
He's
okay.
like, I can't see you're pregnant. Now we're going through this again.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, but it did say you're positive. So let's be positive. So he put me on this Prego Mama.
Yeah, the vitamins.
The vitamin.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he's like, so this month, go about living your life. Come to me after a month. So this is October. So we have to come to him end of November. So I started taking the vitamin and I started getting really sick. Like waking up in the morning, I'm like, I'm sick. I'm feeling nauseous. I'm not feeling myself. So I'm panicking now because it could mean either or, right?
Yeah.
But I'm also, so my husband keeps saying, but like the doctor, we have a positive doctor. He wouldn't give you hope for nothing. So that's what he kept reminding me. So the month went by, went Cape Town, came back. Finally, it's on the 28th now, sitting for those 2 other weeks, just waiting for this guy. Get to the appointment. He's like, we're not even talking. Let's go straight to the bed. I need to see. And when he put the sonar thing, it was a heartbeat. Even he was relieved. He was like, oh my God. I was also waiting.
Yeah.
Because he also didn't want to give us bad news.
Yeah. And you don't want to give you that false hope. Yeah.
He's like, we're having a baby. I'm like, oh my God.
Why did the doctor say that?
He was it was that's how I knew this is a good guy.
Yeah.
He was there. He was walking this journey with us. And so he's like, we're having a baby. He's like, okay, so this is what you need. We need blood tests. We need to make sure this baby is healthy. So we did all that and the baby was fine.
Yeah.
Everything was okay. I was never sick. I was so happy throughout my whole pregnancy. Guys are like, fast forward 9 months later, Suri came and she was our blessing. She was our rainbow baby.
Yes.
Our hope. And we've loved her ever since.
And she is 3.
Yeah.
She's 3 now.
She's 3.5 now.
What a blessing.
Yeah.
I'm sort of picturing myself in that room with the doctor saying, we're having a baby.
He was actually on edge. He's like, okay, right, let's see. I feel like even having the right guy in me,
it makes such a difference. I was going to say it makes such a difference because it's such an emotional journey when you're pregnant and you feel so vulnerable. And especially with what happened with you earlier with the complications and the trauma of it all. You want to know that you're in good hands.
Exactly.
And someone who genuinely cares. You're not just another patient.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm also like, I'm happy that it turned out that way and that your pregnancy itself also wasn't, that it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, it wasn't traumatic. Yeah. Because that could even discourage someone.
Exactly.
From the whole motherhood process.
And
I'm glad he told us to be positive because after an experience like that, you can also like, not be sure if you actually want to be a mom.
Yeah.
Because it was quite traumatic.
Yeah.
And I remember actually sitting in the rooms, it wasn't a private room, so you could hear the conversation from the other lady.
Yeah.
So this is where you're put if you have any, like a hysterectomy, anything, a cyst. This is the space. So there are no babies here. And the ladies opposite me, that was a second topic. Pregnancy.
Yeah.
And I was hearing the conversations and telling the doctors, like, no, it's okay, we can try again, don't lose hope. Do you want to stay in, because hers was not complicated, they just did a laparoscopy, so it was a small operation. She didn't know, do you want to stay? She's like, no, I just want to go home, to my husband and my family. And it was deep to hear that conversation, because I'm like, oh, can I go through that again?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm glad without me saying it, because sometimes, as a mom or as a woman, we have these thoughts and we're scared to verbalize them.
Yeah.
Because somebody will be like, oh, why are you so negative?
Yeah.
Or is that what you're only thinking about? So you get scared to ask, to say. So I'm glad the doctor actually said it to us. And like in situations like this, I know you may feel like it could happen again. I'm not going to lie to you, it can, but we just have to be positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad we had that conversation with him.
Was there any kind of like explanation from his side as to what could have caused the pregnancy, the ectopic pregnancy? Are there any sort of preconditions or?
He actually said that, especially with mine, he had never seen it before.
Yeah.
He said even before he decided to go to do the laparotomy and the laparoscopy, he had to send my results to like 5 doctors for them to just double check that they are on the same page with what they need to do with me. Because now it was day 3 of me being in hospital and no one knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even a genetic thing. You can't say because my mom had it, I'm going to have it. It's not like what you eat. It's not, it just happens within 1, 2, it's just one of those things. Like the only thing he said that might lead to an ectopic pregnancy was the injection.
The contraceptive injection. Okay. Yeah.
So he said when we're talking about contraceptives or what do we need to do for my 6 months, he said he can never put me on an injection. And even if I leave him, to never do it. Because that can make it more like, narrow down the chances of me getting an ectopic again.
It increases the risk of it. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the only thing he said.
Yeah.
But the other things, like,
I kind of feel like a lot of the times with pregnancy, with birth and any complications or all of that, it's like a mystery. It's still this, especially like how you were mentioning earlier, so many of us keep it secret, within our inner circle, if that, or like, for example, with myself, it was only with my husband and with my mom and his mom that knew that I was pregnant before the 12, 13 weeks. After the first trimester. But it's just so interesting because even now how you're saying, like, they can't say what actually happened. Yeah, what actually happens, if it's genetic, if it's not genetic, it's really just chance.
Yeah, it's chance.
Yeah.
And the only reason I actually was not going to talk about my ectopic pregnancy to begin with in general.
Really?
Yeah.
Like after it all happened?
Because I was just like, I want to forget that. It was a lot for me, so I don't want to keep bringing it.
Right, yeah.
Until one day, like a distant cousin, like maybe a family friend, so they were preparing for a wedding, and how in the African setting, like the real African wedding, so it's like I'm in charge of food, you're in charge of this. So her auntie was in charge of food. She was making chapatis, chapati.
Yeah.
So she was making the chapatis. Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna do the chapatis. She did her chapatis, and she told her mom, my friends and I'm feeling tired.
Yeah.
I think I've been cooking a lot. She's like, wake me up tomorrow early morning because I need to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And the next day reaches, she does not wake up. She's she passed away. She passed away in her sleep. Like, usually at home, they don't do autopsy a lot. But they said no. They need to find out why did she pass away.
Was she young?
No, she was not young. She was maybe in her 40s.
Okay.
So, but they still are like, but she was not old. That's not old.
Yeah.
That's not an old person. Like, she was okay. The sister is like, there was nothing wrong with her.
Yeah.
So when they did the autopsy, they found out she had an ectopic pregnancy. She just bled and bled.
And she was
didn't
alone. And she didn't know.
And she didn't know. That was a year after my ectopic pregnancy that we had that story. And I told myself, if I can even create a little bit of an awareness about this, I think I should do it. That was my turning point. That somebody can actually lose a life.
Yeah.
Let me make people aware.
Yeah.
Even if it's one or two first people, if I can save somebody's life, it will help. That's what made me actually want to have this discussion. If it can make somebody's situation easier, I'd rather say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather say it.
And I'm glad you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. If it is the woman in the situation, or if it's a friend or a sister or family member. Because, again, as long as I've been a mother and a woman, these are conversations that or topics that we don't really hear about.
We don't.
And, it might be the case that someone watching or listening today might not have even heard of an ectopic pregnancy before this.
Yeah. And honestly, even before I had it, I didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
They're telling me, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's okay to suffer a loss. Because I see a lot of women who have gone through a traumatic loss. They don't want to relive it, which is normal.
Yeah.
It's normal. But if we don't talk about it as women and it happens to someone else, then they feel like they're the ones who got it wrong. They're the failures in the society. They're the ones who don't have a perfect uterus. They're the ones who can't hold a baby. You need to go through it and realize, okay, this actually happened to me.
Yeah.
But I'm okay. I'm still here. But the doctor said that there's still a chance that I can get pregnant. So those are, just take the positives and put them in, because it can leave you in a very dark place.
Yeah. What did healing look like for you? Did you manage to do it before you got pregnant with Zuri? Or I think you already mentioned that actually by then you hadn't processed it, right?
I hadn't.
But since then until now, what steps have you taken, or what kind of support have you brought into your life to heal?
I think talking about it with someone,
Yeah.
that helped. And also hearing that actually it's okay that 1 month of me not knowing if I'm pregnant or not, I did a lot of self-reflection. I needed to accept what happened to me. And just in case it's coming again, I need to be stronger for it.
Right.
I was quiet, and I'm very talkative. So if I'm quiet, like even my husband kept asking, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm okay. I'm just processing." I journaled about how I felt. I think that was the first time I ever wrote down how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Because I also felt like I've bottled a lot of things up. And once I wrote them down, prayed about them, I believe God helped a lot. Because He understands your situation deeply. Because He was there with you. So that's what I believe. And when we found out that we're actually pregnant, I prayed over the pregnancy. Because once again, we are just carrying the baby. When you're told you're actually pregnant, and actually the delivery, the aftercare, there's a lot. And there's so much that's out of our hands.
Yeah.
I think when I was pregnant is the one time I knew that I need to relinquish control. Because I'm just also slightly OCD. I'm like, no, this needs to be done. But there's some, this what's happening to you is actually 100% out of your control.
Yeah. So Rachel, Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, this was so good.
Feels so nice.
I need to ask you, what's your whole mama truth?
My whole mama truth is we're all going through something.
Yeah.
We live in a society, I think we were chatting about this, that has a lot of airbrushed motherhood. So what you see on social media can, someone has given birth today and is back to a size 8. Without telling you the process, without showing you what they've been through. Just pictures of us smiling on social media with our kids.
Yeah.
Very beautiful memories.
Yeah.
But we are literally showing people the snippets.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people actually show you the reality of what's going on. So we are all going through something. Don't let that skew your mentality on motherhood. And it's okay to give yourself grace, because some days are rough and some days are very rewarding.
I hear you. I agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah. Airbrushed motherhood. Yep.
That's a whole topic.
That's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other conversation. But it's natural. It's a natural thing for us, human nature, to put out the good parts.
Yeah.
And some of us may not be doing it intentionally. I'm not gonna be putting a nice feed for you guys intentionally, because it's saying that there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing I struggle with.
Yeah.
And as in, I'm just living a good life.
Yeah.
But the situation on the ground is different. We are all going through something.
I wanted to ask you, where can my viewers and listeners find you?
Oh, okay. Shameless plug.
Yes, you better plug.
So on Instagram, Miss Wakesho. YouTube also. I've been a bit dormant there, but yes, Miss Wakesho. And at the Mama Happy Hour, I'm there, but in the background. That's where you find all the relatable mom content. But I do link it with my channel as well. Sorry, my Instagram as well. MS, so _ another _ WAKESHO.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Oh, this was nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful for all of the mamas who appear on my show, who trust me and who feel like this is a safe space to share their experience. I really felt that with Rachel today, especially when she mentioned that she hasn't really spoken about this really traumatic time in her life in a really long time. So rating from 1 to 10, 10 being very much so and 1 being not so much so, how inspiring was Rachel's story? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. I'd love for you to join my Mama Village, so please click that subscribe button. And please share it with a mama in your life and on your social media. All of this helps these stories reach more women. I'm Aisha O'Reilly, and I hope this episode has left you feeling a little bit more whole, mama.